All right, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. Today, of course, is my favorite stream of the week, which is our Saturday Arts Share stream. For those of you that are new, I do a pin post on my Twitter every single week where you can submit your artwork and it will be featured on today's art stream. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I hope the ads have finished. If they haven't, I do apologize. Hey, how's it going, Sally? Nice. Glad you could make it. Pensy, what's up? Hope you're having a good weekend. Hell yeah, nice. Perfect. Oh, my thing's yelling at me to turn my subtitles on here. And Kazu's here. Hell yeah, it's a party. We got a bunch of people going now. Alright, let me just get my subtitles going here. I don't even know if these things work, but Twitch is like yelling at me to try to do them, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's hop on over here. We had a good amount of submissions this week. I'm like really stoked and excited about that. Super awesome. I want to see this get like absolutely like massive, and maybe we have to do this like, maybe 2 days or something. That would be super cool. You're a little sick. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's got to be rough with your situation there. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started here. So Sally jumped on it right away. So Sally is going to be our first here. Sally's a super amazing traditional artist here. She just opened up commissions as well, so make sure to check that out. Sally wrote, "Hello, my first submission is my take on Junji Ito's Uzumaki. Next, an Inktober drawing I believe, was in 2022 or 2021. Next was a drawing I did last year in October. Last is my current work in progress fan art of Hikaru from Hikaru no Go. So let's go ahead and make these massive. Ooh, hell yeah. I love Junji too, and like just like the absolute patience it takes to to do your own like take on like the Uzumaki spiral, especially with all this hatching, is just insane. It's like on top of that, like the proportions are excellent, like the hand looks absolutely fantastic. Having the where it's like pressed into this part of the spiral here is a super nice touch. I also really like this like stringy stuff coming off of the spirals here. Like this is amazing. Hell yeah. And the eyes are all bloodshot, from being like insane from the spiral. I haven't actually like read this one. There's a lot of them I haven't actually read. I've watched like the anime adaptations, which were like the stories were good, of course, but like the art styles they always pick are like super like disappointing, like the crappy 3D and stuff. Like I can't stand that. I wish they would just do them justice and have an actual like 2D like hand drawn anime. All right, let's go ahead to the next one here. Ooh, this is funny. We got a zombie here who's like rotting, got some flies around him, and it's drinking its own like brain juice it's got going on here. It's just like, yes, slurp, Capri Sun is on my mind and now in my mouth. And I like how you have the the white substance like coming off of it as well here with these with like the gel pens here. It's a really nice touch. The prompt was brain food. Ah, that makes sense. That tracks like all together. You did a really good job of like coming up with like a creative way to translate that. I like it. That's awesome. Let's go to the next one here. We have a super cute cat girl witch here. This is absolutely adorable. I love this. The hat looks so good. like the with like the negative space for like the lighting here. That looks like absolutely amazing. The hair looks fantastic. I really, really like this. This is super awesome. Little pumpkin earrings too. And I love her little curls she's got going on as well. And let's go to the last one. And this is the current one you're working on here with your Hikaru no Go. Fan art looking absolutely fantastic. Looks like you made some more progress on the shirt here. Oh, well, I can't tell. I can't see it. So, you know, if the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen, right? Especially like, when non-artists are going to be looking at this, definitely, don't mention that there's like a mistake at all because I don't see a mistake. I don't know what you're talking about. Shh. Well, anyway, that was everything from Designated Sally here. As you can see, Designated Sally is extremely talented as far as their traditional art, their inking, even the coloring is absolutely like on fleek here. They have commissions open, so if you want some absolutely beautiful traditional art, make sure that you hit her up. I know as soon as I have the money, I'm definitely going to do it. I want to see like at least a couple of my OCs like in your style. I want to put them up on my wall and be like super like happy about them and stuff. So, all right, next up here we have Jupiter Planet. Jupiter wrote first is gesture drawings, which I really need to start doing. I haven't been doing them at all. Second is a hypothetical drawing of Isa and her pet dragon in the future. Third is Catherine on the right and Allison on the left. They're so kissing after this. Nice. Fourth is my favorite edit of Catherine and Allison done by my either best friend or boyfriend because I'm too lazy to find the actual drawing. So let's go ahead with the gestures. Gestures are definitely something that like I really, really, really need to start doing. Like I think they're important, but for some reason like I'm always so like focused on like big projects and that kind of thing that I just never take the time to do like the little things that could really help me improve my art, and I need to make myself do them. Um, I was explaining to John 117. They were asking about background advice, and one of my problems I said is I tend to get overly ambitious with the scope of my images I'm working on, and then I don't save myself like any time to do like either like multiple things like at once, or I get so fixated on turning something into like a finished product that like I can't bring myself to leave things in like a sketchy unfinished state. So I don't know, but these look fantastic. You're supposed to do them quick. You're supposed to do them loose. Still have like the energy like conveyed here and stuff. So I think these look great. Oops, actually I hit the button too much. There we go. And there's Isa with her dragon having like a nice moment there where they're just getting little like snoot nuzzles, maybe some like scratchies around here to make the dragon like super happy. Maybe possibly maybe conveying like some magic like through the arms, so they're like sharing like an emotional connection through the energy that they probably supplies together. I don't know the magic system in your world here, Jupiter, but that's just my headcanon here. Is that maybe like if you were to color this, you could have like some like magical energy like kind of coming off of like the arm or their hand, and then have like the dragon have like a different color magic, and they kind of like blend together as they like create a bond or something. Probably a little more deeper than it needs to be, but might be pretty cool, right? So let's move on to the next one here. And this is the one where they're looking at each other here, and then they're gonna be like, now kiss afterwards. So I really like the emphasis on the lighting across the eyes here. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's a really, really cute idea, uh, and a way to show like two characters like who really care about each other like coming together. It's very, very cute. And the final one here is the edit, and it says awesome lesbian couple, which is true. And then it has Godzilla. I don't know why it has Godzilla, but I love Godzilla, so I guess it's Godzilla like either approves or Godzilla is there to protect the lesbians, which also is amazing. So that's fantastic. I love it. Is there like a meme or something maybe where like, Godzilla's just kind of like with this head here? I'll have to kind of look it up because he looks like he's kind of got like a goofy like grin, like he is either like approving or something, or he's got like a lisp and he's like lesbians. Anyway, that is everything from Jupiter Planet that they submitted. Jupiter is a fantastic artist as well. I love seeing their work. They have very like whimsical like characters. They interact really well. Fantastic stuff. They have commissions as well on their Ko-Fi. So make sure you check them out if you want some art from them. Next up here we have Mitsuki. Mitsuki wrote, hello, I don't think I've shared this before. It's a P4G art. Persona. I don't actually know what P4G is, so I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll recognize it when I open the image. Could have used more contrast, honestly. Hey, we'll check it out in just a second. I've been doing these simpler art. 2 is an art trade. I drew someone's OC. Excuse me. 3 is Venom Snake. Struggle drawing a manly man, but hey, it's pretty good. And 4th is the MC of an anime called 86. Oh yeah, I started to watch 86, and for some reason I didn't really get hooked, but I've heard it's really good. Let's see, with the contrast here, maybe, yeah, probably like in this area here, what you probably could have done is maybe had less like saturation in some of these areas here, like maybe like around the outer like rim, so the character stands out a little bit more versus that. But other than that, the this is a really, really cool composition. Yeah, it is badass. It's very badass. I like it. I love like the flame streak here. I'm always a fan of like OCs that have like these really like angular like either armor or face plates, but that's also from like growing up in like the the 80s and 90s or whatever. A lot of the mecha had like face shapes like this, and I still enjoy it to this day. I think it's like really cool designs. But other than that, it looks awesome. Like I love the tape and everything. This is fantastic. And I really like these that you're doing here, where it's like, more of like a simplified rendering, but it works out like really, really well. And like, it's like really cool how you do like this, like really cool, like gray color, and then just add like pops of like color, like here and there. I think is really, really awesome. You said this one was for an art trade, which is nice. I like this. This is fantastic. And then this one here is not Solid Snake, but Venomous Snake. I haven't played this game in particular, but I know exactly what it is. Yeah, the thing with like drawing like manly men is like, making sure that like the jaw shape kind of like is a bit like wider, a bit like broader. If you want to make people gruff, you like or more manly, and I'm not totally biased on this, you give him like a beard and some scars. So you got all that. The only thing I would say here is maybe the nose right here needs to, let's see, yeah, it needs to come up just like a slight bit here and have a little bit more space between the mouth. But other than that, I think it looks like absolutely fantastic. Big teeth is my go-to with manly men. Yes, I do that too. I do that with like August and Val, especially in like action scenes where their mouths are like, really like big open, or like if they're like gritting their teeth. But yeah, Snake is the man as well. Otacon. Metal Gear. Honestly, though, I haven't played a Metal Gear game really. So, like, I tried to play Metal Gear 3 Snake Eater when it first came out, and I was just so frustrated because the camouflage just did not, like, work for me for some reason. And I don't know, the whole, like, needing to eat and then, like, wrap up your wounds when you're bleeding, it was just kind of like a pain in the ass. Also, I'm not, like, very good at stealth, so that doesn't really help. And then this is the drawing from 86 here. I can instantly recognize the character. You did a really good job of like translating them. Like I said, I love like the way that you use the colors like on top of like the grays. Super, super neat. I love the stylization. I love the fact that you have like, the lighter hatching in like different areas. That looks really nice. But yeah, I maybe I'll try to watch like more of it. Of course, I tried to also watch it before I got my ADHD medicine, so that might have something to do with my attention span. So, sorry, drinking a little bit of coffee. I did not get much sleep last night. For some reason, I was just like itchy for like no reason, like all freaking night. Drives me nuts. I already have so much trouble sleeping already. But anyway, back to the art. That was everything from Mitsuki here. They are absolutely fantastic. As you can see, they do art trades, which is really cool. Um, like if I had the time to do art trades, I would, but I have to work towards things that are like commission based, or work towards like my multiple projects. I got too many aspirations to get sidetracked here. But anyway, they have a VGen, so if you would like to commission them, please go to their VGen. Also, make sure that you like their VGen stuff, you share it. That way, they get like their rep up on there, and hopefully, they can get some more commissions going. All right, next up we have SJM. SJM wrote a work in progress of my OC Volka at a restaurant, my OC Chelsea with a hammer for the bullies, my OC Inza, she's an alien, and a maned wolf that I drew and colored 2 years ago. Nice. So, oh yeah, so we saw some of the initial work for this of the OC in the restaurant last time here, and that's a nice touch having the sign and the writing on the door reversed here, because it would be reversed because you're on the inside. I like her color scheme. I like her outfit here. Super like not biased on that as well. I like kind of like gothy women. This is really cool. I like it. I love seeing this coming along. And then, of course, we have Chelsea here, who has a giant hammer for bopping bullies. I think that's a pretty appropriate weapon as well for dealing with bullies. It's not like they have a lot of brain cells in their head anyway, so giving them a good whack on the noggin is no real loss to the world. Ooh, and here's that alien OC in a different pose than we saw them last time. It's pretty cool here. Looks like they are on a bus as well, either a bus or on a train. It's got nice little like lamps and everything. Got a book bag up here with a math book. Boo, boo math, boo, boo hiss. I only boo math because I'm bad at it, but I do absolutely appreciate the need for it. Without it, we wouldn't have amazing scientific breakthroughs. So I appreciate people that can actually do math. I am not math brained. Then we have the maned wolf that they drew 2 years ago, which is really cool. I like that it has like this cool. I think this is like a tribal weapon here, like a super like OG style kind of like you know these are usually made out of either like stone or like some sort of like bone because they're actually kind of like sharp around here and they're usually like flattened at the tips. So it's like kind of like a bunk slicey stick. That's awesome. I love it's like straight across eyes. It's like, boy, if you say one more stupid ass thing, I'm gonna bop you with this. Ah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Kazu, for the assist there. Yeah, I couldn't remember what culture it was from. I just remember seeing it and thinking that it was like a really interesting way to like approach like weaponry. Like, most weapons are like they're either like squared off or like just bonking or they're just like pointy for stabbing and this kind of like has like that in between kind of like phase to it, which is really neat. All right, so that was everything from SJM here. SJM is awesome. They do a lot of like fashion designs for their characters. I love seeing the work in progress on all of their characters here. And thank you so much for submitting some older artwork so we can see like some of the things you've done throughout the years. I really love to see artists' older work as well. So make sure you give them lots of love, give them lots of support, share their work, comment on it, that kind of thing. Make them feel appreciated. All right, next up we have Rayoni here. Rayoni wrote, "Hi, I draw my characters." And we have this one image, and it is super beautiful here. I really like it. This is super awesome. Very nice scene where they're enjoying these like glowy, like bioluminescent like butterflies here. Structure is really well done. I could easily see their work being in like an animated movie kind of style. I don't know why. I think they have like more of like a, I don't know, the way they position things and the way that they pose their characters and set up their scenes is very like cinematic. So I would love to see this as like a movie where maybe this person meets this like elf character and kind of like introduces them to like like a either more modernized world, or say maybe this girl's like more of like a shut-in and she meets this elf and this elf like decides to show her that there's like magic and beauty in the world and that kind of thing. That's my headcanon. I am always like headcanon and every time I see like artwork and stuff. So so that is everything from Rayoni here. They do like Borderlands, Harry Potter and Winx. They do tabletop comic art. They also have their commissions open. So if you want some like very cinematic, very whimsical, magical looking artwork here, Rayoni is your go-to. All right, next up here we have Weretree Vilha. First is all the burbs from September. So they did a ton of burbs, which is amazing. Second is a painting I did this year. Third is a fish print I did this year. Oh shit, new stuff. And fourth is a sketch I did for my friend and her husband. Ooh, nice. So these are all the burbs in action. This is a really cool idea to take like a particular theme and really like study it, really get like the impression, the feeling of all these different birds, like either in flight or in action, and they all look fantastic. Really impressed by it, especially since I suck with oil pastels. This is really neat. It's really cool. I wonder if you. This almost kind of looks like it could be like a sticker sheet too. which would be pretty cool. Like if you had like stickers with like a textured like paper, that might be an idea. So you could have like, you could put your burbs on whatever you wanted. All right, and this is a painting that they did this year, and there's so much texturing to this. This is crazy. So I love it when people do like three more like 3D elements like in their excuse me, in their paintings. Some of these might not actually be 3D. It might just be painted so well that they look like they have a 3D form to them. I know you can get some of these effects by like, mixing things into the paint, or, letting it just like kind of blob up and like dry in the shape that it's in. But that's crazy. Like this looks like actual like rocks here. Even though I believe it's supposed to be smoke, I'm not 100% sure here, but this is super cool. Super well done. I like it. And it looks like you have a very comfy, fuzzy, fuzzy sweater going on here. Ooh, this is cool. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I need to get some water. Oh yeah, for sure, Sally. Like I get way too frustrated with them. Um, so like I guess it's like I don't know. Maybe these days now that I'm medicated for my ADHD, I might be able to handle some traditional media a bit better with like some more patience and some more care. I also don't really know a lot of techniques for like oil pastels, so that's kind of like, I'd be kind of like going into it blind. But yeah, like not a lot of people actually use them. I know art teachers love them, and I used to hate that so much because every single year they'd be like, "Here's this giant piece of paper, do something with oil pastels," and I'm like, "Oh my god, can we lower the scope because I am not going to get this giant piece done." Use linseed oil and Gamsol. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe one of my streams I can set up my maybe my phone as my camera, and I can try to do some like traditional art on stream and see how it goes. Then you can see my man hands. Use the pastels like oil paint. See, I actually haven't experimented really with oil paint either. Like when I did paint, I painted in with acrylics. So usually when I did traditional work, so I would do like acrylic painting. I would do charcoal drawings. I would do just like regular pencil drawings, and then I would also do like a combination where um I would use the micron pens to do like inking after I've drawn something, and then I would erase that away, and I would use Prismacolor colored pencils and like Copic markers to do like images like that. So oil pastels are more freeing. Okay. Linseed and Gamsol breaks up the pastel and thins it, so you can use brushes. Oh. See, yeah, I think that was the biggest problem with me with oil pastels was like the physical shape of them. They're basically like this like stubby like tube shape, and that used to like drive me absolutely nuts because I'm like, when I was younger, I was like also like obsessed with like detail. So I always wanted to do like really, really fine detail in like everything I was doing. So I hadn't grasped the concept of using like form and using oh my god, values. So that's true. See, I was always bothered by the idea of doing stuff like that too because like art supplies are so expensive. I was like, yeah, but if I cut it up, then I'll have less of it, and it costs me so much monies to get. But you said you can use a brush, so maybe I could have used the shavings with the brush, with that oil that you were talking about. So that's cool. Hell yeah. Hey, I love learning new things, so I might have to try this out sometime soon. Anyway, back to their chart here. This is absolutely fantastic. We have such a like a variety of like fish here. We even have like a seahorse down here. And I don't want to like assume where they're from, but this their writing wise kind of looks like it might be you know, I don't actually know. It kind of looks like either Russian or like Ukrainian or something like that, but I have no idea. But either way, they are absolutely fantastic. Like I love that they're like super into nature. You know, this looks like it could be like very like informative. It can be in like a book. Let's see, to create a point, I can make a video and post on Discord. Hell yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Like, especially, you know, I made that resources channel and I just kind of forgot about it. So that would probably be a good place to like put it so like people can learn like different things. That might be something different for you, Fancy, if you want to try it out. Learn some of these oil pastels from Sally here, and then you need to have like a whole new like medium there to work with. Because if I remember right, like oil pastels themselves actually aren't that expensive. They're usually like the cheapest traditional art option, other than just like say like regular pencil settings that I had seen. But that was like years ago. Like I haven't even been in an art store in God knows how long. So Selenier. Okay. So those are the super the bougie ones, huh? But hey, no, like the quality of your tools, especially with traditional, is very very important. So I get it. Like that's why I use the Prismacolor pencils. Ooh, Korean brand. That makes sense. Yeah, like going to like Japan or Korea, I'm sure there's like tons and tons of like supplies and brands that are just like absolutely fantastic. Let's go to their next piece here. Oh wow, this is just a sketch. This is so good. This looks like really really cool. I love the super warm red here that you have in between all of them. Actually, it's kind of more of like a cool red because the when it like fades into the white here, it looks almost kind of like it has like a bluish tint to it. But it's still really cool. This is really awesome. I love this. Very very nice. I really like it. You can tell that these two definitely you know love each other very much. This is a very happy and warm picture. I love it. All right, so that was everything from Where Tree Vilha here. I love seeing your painting work. I hope that you know when you do things like this where you're like fish or your birds that it ends up in like a book format. I think that would be like a really good avenue for you to like pursue would be like some sort of like wildlife like informative kind of like illustrations. Might be something to think about. All right, next here we have Decorate One again. There we go. Thank you for the art share. Here are some of my newest pieces. Just finished a sketch. I started in June for a cat girl thief for my fantasy world. Ending off today with a work in progress for my new piece with Seraphina, my druidess. All right, so we have the cat girl thief here. Luckily, she's got some armor to absolutely protect the one important part on the chest here. This is where all of her defense is, by the way. This is the nipple cover of impenetrable defense. And then you know her little her shoulder pad and her collar give her like plus 50 to steel and luck. And it keeps it safe for work for me. Yeah. No. I really appreciate that they take the time to do that. So thank you so much for Degree One for keeping it safe for work. I appreciate it. But she's very cute, very adorable. Cannot wait to see more from your Catgirl universe here that you got going on. And then we have Rouge the Bat once again basking in the sunlight here in a very smegsy pose as well. I like that she's got this little like bow thing going on in her head here. Very, very cute. We got like the super like god rays and the sheen off the body. And she's super you gotta slur your thick as much as possible. But yeah. So I saw that the new Sonic game is a racing game where they're in cars. I'm like, what the hell is the point of that? Like, aren't they all supposed to be like fast? Like on their own? Like I couldn't imagine Sonic himself driving a car for any reason like whatsoever. However, I bet you it is fun. But I don't know. Just my hot take on that, I guess. All right, awesome, awesome. And then we have the Panthera character in a really nice like pose. I love this pose. Shows a lot of the personality. Oh, I'm sure they're good. Like I haven't played a Sonic game in a very long time myself. Like I used to play all the ones on the Sega Genesis like to death. Like oh my god, I've beaten those games so many times. Just like rocking out to the music, you know. All the music in the levels are like super bangers, so but yeah, I love this like alluring look that she has here. Kind of like maybe seducing someone or like playfully making fun of someone, but like in like a teasing, flirting kind of way. When he hit his boost, he would jump off the board and run. That's so funny. That's so silly. Yeah, like when I saw the first like Sonic live action and he was in a car, I was like, why the hell is he in a car? Like the new Sonic movies are okay. I kind of hate it though when they do like movies like that where it brings them into like our world. It's like you could have like created like their world and still had like real life actors in it. It would have worked out just fine. There's no need ever for something to have it in our world. It just pisses me off. Like especially what they did with like the Monster Hunter movie, that abomination of Monster Hunter was so fucking bad. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting. Back to the art share here, and then we have the work in progress for a piece with the Druidess. Um, I imagine this is also a close up here to keep this safe for work. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hey, Cheetah Man, how's it going? You've been in our world for a go time now with Sonic X. Oh, okay. I didn't know if they did it with the games or not. I don't know. I just personally don't like it. Um, you know, for me too, it's like why take the time to like establish like a whole world for your characters and then just throw them into like our boring ass world. Anyway, but yeah, that was everything from Decurate 1. Make sure you check them out. They have definitely now loud and proud exclaimed that they are cat girl enjoyer extraordinaire, and they are absolutely correct. Hell yeah, Cheetah Man. I'll have to check that out, make sure I don't miss it. So let's go on to our next one here. All right, hell yeah. So next one is Kazu. Hey, I know this guy. Thanks for the art share. This is a pic of the VTuber Nino May. Inais was about the only thing I drew recently. Tried experimenting a bit with the style and the color. I'm mostly happy with how it came out. Oh yeah, I've seen this VTuber before. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, this is awesome. I really like this. Sorry, I was trying to read chat here. That's why I took a pause there. Yeah, it looks really really good. I really like it. It looks like she's got like some wings going on down here. I haven't really, I actually haven't seen like her full design. I've only seen like pics from her while I'm like scrolling, so I haven't like really taken the time to like look through like her whole design. I can't wait to have time to work on my new model as well. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm also gonna try to to rig it myself, so that's gonna be fun. The Eldrix dog on the one moment the fans saw her accidentally turn around to catch a glimpse of her bare back. Friends went with fan art and memes. Nice. So she's an Eldritch god VTuber. I'll have to look that up. I'm gonna look this up. But this is super cool, Kazu. Sorry, I'm getting really, really distracted. I think it's the lack of sleep is really catching up with me here. Oh, envoy of an Eldritch being nice. So she's got tentacles and stuff. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. That sounds awesome. But yeah, I really like this. I like that you have like the texturing of like your canvas here. I think you did an absolutely awesome job with this. I love the little fang. It's like super super cute. I love your style anyway. Your style is very distinct. Like it's very iconic. Like I can tell 100% like it's your artwork every time I look at it. Her lore is that she has a book and basically she will go mad. She is cool. I love Hololive English group. Think of it as the ancient book controlling her. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to check it out because I actually need more VTubers to like watch. I only like watch a few like every now and then. Uh, One because I need to learn how to be a better VTuber because I'm still an absolute tiny wee baby boy VTuber right now. So, but yeah, like I'll watch like Mouse. I've watched Matara. I like watching Zentraya. Um, and I like what's his name? Aethiel. I like Rosie Belmu is super like absolutely wholesome and hilarious. I like Onigiri. Um, I like Porcelain Maid. There's a bunch of them actually. So she's an incredibly talented professional artist in her own right too. Oh, so she's an artist. Oh shit. Okay, I'll definitely have to give her a follow then. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check her out then. That's awesome. Oh, dude, no, I love Kenji. Kenji is hilarious. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to mention Kenji. I love Kenji. I like Heavenly Father. I like Kenji's buddy there that has like the little like he has a little chibi model with the where he wears like the pink coat. That dude is hilarious. I mean, sometimes Kenji says some off the collar stuff, but he's from Philly, so I get it. Like you gotta be a little unhinged if you're from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a friend from Philly, and he was like, that dude was on 10 all the time. Actually, 11, I should say. Oh, no, no, no. Like, I mean, I personally don't like mind it. Like, I'm okay with like, well, I'm not necessarily okay with like people like saying like things that are like kind of like controversial. But like, I can tell when things are like humor based and when things are like, legitimately like hate based. And I don't feel like Kenji actually like is like a bad person. You know what I mean? I think he's just like young and loud, and that's his whole thing. So he's a bit of a rage baiter, but in a funny way. Anyway, so this was from Kazu here. As you can tell, Kazu is super awesome. Make sure you check them out as well. They are fans of VTubers here, so if you're also a VTuber and you want to have a super cool fan, If you're watching this at any point here, Nino May, if you just happen to come across my stream here, you got a fan here. Make sure you give him lots of love. I love Keji's also like his super scuffed, like shitty models. I think those are hilarious. His old way of getting content that he doesn't do now was rage baiting. You're absolutely right. Gotcha. Oh yeah, Kelly Calliope. She's a singer, right? She has a really fucking cool model too. Like her model looks awesome. All right, next up here we have Tanako, who's now Spooky Tanako. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. Oh, she's a rapper. Nice. Hey, Smatanka, how's it going? I'm glad you could make it to the stream. That's awesome. That makes me super happy here. Rapper, singer, she's also an animator, which is really dope. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna have to check all these VTubers out because like I said, I need to do like more research on what I can do to you know get like a broader audience so I can like do more like with the art community because like the more traction I get, the more I can spread my mission of making the art community a more like positive and inclusive like space. So no, I don't listen to her, but I'm not gonna deny though that she has the heart of rap. Just not for me. Keeps bringing me cringe flashbacks. Yeah, I mean, like if it's not for everything, it's fine. So I was struggling to verify on Twitch for so long. I'm so happy to be present on stream properly. Well, congratulations. I'm super glad that you made it. That makes me very, very happy. I don't think we've gotten to you yet, which is awesome. So you are just in time. Also, if you so say if you miss like my streams, one, you can watch them on Twitch, of course, after the fact. But I also make sure that I post them to my YouTube, my VODs. So if you want to watch them there as well, like if you miss anything, you know, totally up to you. Anyway, oh, I got a super nice message from Tanako. Speaking of, something that made me feel like really good about like what I'm doing with like the art community. I got a really nice message from Tanako thanking me for like all the motivation and like all the support and giving them ideas and like motivating them to continue with like their work and stuff. Oh, it was on Vilha's birthday. Yeah, we just went over Vilha stuff uh a few minutes ago with all the awesome burbs that they did. They also posted like their fish chart, which was super cool. We were having like a super like awesome time talking about like their painting that they posted, and then of course the sketch of their married couple friend was like super adorable. So hey, Pensy, that's exactly what I'm like here for. Like a lot of people have been treating the art community as like, they a lot of people do like attacks for some reason. Like I don't know if they're feeling like insecure or they feel like other people are actually competition, and I never see like either the art community or the streaming space that way. Everybody to me is like a peer and like somebody that I absolutely like respect, and I want to like support everybody I possibly can and try to make like all their dreams come true as much as I can. Hey, you're welcome. I try to make it as fun as possible. All right, so let's get back to this here. Spooky Tanako wrote, here's the pics of Sun Knight Evolution cut content. Next one is my Kaiju OC, the skin crawler. My inspiration of making Sun Knight, and my old dog Fonzie as a Chainsaw Man character. Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's supposed to be fun. Like I don't know. Like I don't really understand the mass amount of like negativity that goes on in like the art community. Like especially like the like completely unsolicited like critiques or opinions that aren't are never really like constructive. Like, you know, if you've got something to say that might help somebody out, you know, there's better ways to frame it. You can make it a constructive critique where it's like, hey, you know, this is just something I noticed that, you know, might help you out with like your art journey. But if you did this or, you know, that kind of thing, and then link like the resource that you have that would actually like help them improve. And then it's up to them to decide whether they include that in their art or not, instead of just like, you know, dragging them down and insulting them, which is, I don't know. I don't know why that's a thing whatsoever. But this is really cool here. I'm sure they posted this because so I was talking to them in the Discord because they posted some of these evolutions here. And I was talking, excuse me, sorry, I still don't have allergy medicine. I was saying I really liked this design and I like this one a lot. Like this one is really cool with like the blacked out face and the green eyes. I think that's like super super awesome. But it's really really nice to see like the evolution of like people's like OCs over time, like how they change. And then we've got like, you know, like the almost like the spider persona here on this one. So you can see like all the different influences for the character that eventually became the Sun Knight character that Tanako has created. So I really like seeing this kind of stuff. It's super awesome. Like, trust me, my OCs have not looked the same the whole time. Like, you know, and it's like because I'm always like striving to improve too. So sometimes like my OCs look like completely different OCs once I've like, you know, got more I've leveled up on my skill here. Ooh, the kaiju, the skin crawler here. It looks like it's wearing like a Godzilla skin, like as a like its like costume here. Oh hell yeah, yeah. Tanako's art is already kind of like horror themed. They play a lot of like Dead by Daylight as well, so they're heavily influenced as far as like that goes. They come up with like different like fan skins for the game, which is really neat. But they have like a universe where they want to do like an animated series. So we're gonna continue to like help them along with their dreams of creating this universe. Maybe one day it'll be an animation. We're gonna work towards that. We're gonna manifest that for them. And then they have Sun Knight here, and then you can see all the inspiration here. We say we have Moon Knight, we have Spawn, we have Spider Man, we have Sun Wukong here. They've told me where this is from, but I cannot remember. I also don't know what this is from. You know, I haven't seen. I don't know what some of these are. Invincible, definitely. The Boys as well here. And I think this is a Dead by Daylight character or a horror one. They got Batman Beyond. So that's really cool. You can see all the different like inspirations all coming together into one particular character. Oh, and this is their dog as a Chainsaw Man character. That is awesome. I love that. He's so cute too. I want to hug his head. I love pit bulls because they have these big massive like heads and these like really expressive faces, and like they're super super adorable, and if you're not an asshole when you raise them, they're like the sweetest dogs like on the planet. Like I like to take their big old heads and like hug them and like smush my face against them. That is awesome. So that is everything from Spooky Tanako here. So make sure you check them out. If you join the Discord or if you're in the Discord already, make sure you interact with them a bunch. They are very, very friendly, very neat. They're very open to, you know, suggestions and things that could help them out. So, excuse me, sorry. My throat's getting dry here. Oh, nice. Your brother got one. Hell yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it really depends on like the owner with like any dog in particular. I mean some dogs are actually just aggressive. Like fucking chihuahuas are more aggressive than pit bulls. Like those things will bite you in like a second just cuz they're terrified of everything. You know, I kind of don't blame them because they're like tiny, but still I'm like way more hesitant to like pet like a Chihuahua or a small dog than I am like a pit bull. All right, we have Hobby up next. Hobby wrote, "Hey, today I show you Chandria, a character in our PMP round, and my newest Dark Angel. I hope she's chast enough." Nice. Mine is sweet and kind of loves people. Nice. Ooh, I like this. This is cool. I love the little droid here. It looks like they actually have like a. This looks like more of like an Imperial style droid, and actually, she looks like she might actually be like an Imperial officer here possibly. I don't know if they have the white outfits though. She might actually be like a maybe just like on Coruscant or something like that. But yeah, I love Hobby's Star Wars fan art here. It's super super cool. I'd love to know more about like these actual characters here. Get some lore behind them. It'd be super awesome. But yeah, this is great. Maybe she's like some sort of like engineer here. It looks like she's got like a little torch here for like welding. They're also super cool because the hobby does like a lot of art shares as well, so they're also like a really positive part of the art community. So I absolutely applaud them. All right, and we have the Dark Angel here, and it looks like it's just at the right perfect angle here that it doesn't need to be censored. There's no like anatomy that's gonna like get me in trouble here, so I appreciate that, hobby. I like the you got like the tribal tattoos going on here, which is really cool. You got a lot of like texturing in the wings, which is like a really good contrast to the skin on the character here. You have multiple light sources causing different like kind of like rim lights and things like that. And then this is a really good choice here to like kind of like have like this V like structure here to like bring the center of interest down to the head here. Awesome work. I love it. So that was everything from Hobby. Make sure you check them out. Be sure to give them a follow, like I said, on social media, on Twitter. They're super super nice. They're really really good, at spreading other people's artwork and being really positive about it. Oh yeah, they're like killing it. They knock out like a ton of art on like the regular, which is crazy. You know, I need to like up my game here so I can get more like artwork out as well. All right, next up here we have After Animates. Since Hasbin Hotel Season 2 will be out soon, here's my Hasbin Overlord OC V8. Yes, I am super, super like excited for the next season of Hasbin Hotel. I am excited to see more Helva Boss. I absolutely love them. They're so funny. You know, poor poor Stolas and Stolas' daughter. And then Luna's just cool, and Blitz is just like funny as hell. Like I love it. It's great. Anyway, back to Afta's art here. So we have Hasbun Hotel Overlord OC V8. V8 died during the oil crisis in the mid 70s in a car crash. When he was in hell, he built his vehicle empire with a box of scraps. V8 is the member of the V's. I really like how they take like established character groups and like add their own OCs into them. Um, Joined right after season one. He's like J. Jonah Jameson and Doc Hudson rolled into one. Race car driver, member of the V's, and owner of V8 Motors, a heavily modified 1969 Ford Mustang Box 429. I don't know shit about cars, but that's cool. It's a cool car here. I like how the engine is kind of like sticking out the top here and almost looks like a creature in itself, which is really cool. And then yeah, like you were saying, Smetanka, that the helmet is really neat. I love all like the multiple eyes on the helmet. Locks in on a race or just pissed off. I like his hair too. I think that looks really cool. And I love that he's got like the exhaust piping that comes off like the back of his outfit here. Very, very cool. And of course you can see the back of his jacket as well. So that was everything from AFTB Animates. Make sure you guys check them out. They have a YouTube channel. Make sure you go to it and describe it. Subscribe it, not describe it. Subscribe to it. Watch his videos all the way through. He's got really like fun, cute animations that they do. He wants Fix a Spider-Man. Yep. Get me more pictures of Spider-Man. I don't know why I just gave him that accent. He doesn't sound like that at all. Anyway, moving on here. So we have someone who is brand new here, which is awesome. This is Puffy. Puffy wrote, "The pressure is so hard to pick, and my cat it causes people to love cats. P.S. That's my grandson." So we have this super adorable fan art here of Nami from One Piece. This is after the 2-year time skip. Hell yeah, what's up, Windseeker? Came in right as you got Nami here in her bikini top. And she's making hearts here because she probably sees a bunch of like money, or what are they called? They called berries in One Piece. I can't remember what the coin amount is, because they actually haven't talked about it a lot. Like they talk about like their bounty amount, but they haven't been saying like what it's actually called in a while. But anyway, Nami, of course, is the navigator. She has the climate act where she can control the weather, which is really cool. She's actually a badass when she does like get into a fight. They haven't given her a lot of like action scenes lately, but I hope that they do soon, so we can see like her progression here as well. She had a really cool like arc like right in the beginning, and I also really love that they who they picked for the live action with Emily Rudd. I think she does a like absolutely fantastic job playing Navi as well. But this artwork is awesome here. You can see like the implied that she might be like near like a beach with some like really nice water here going on. Awesome stuff. I love it. Really well done. The hand looks really nice too. Oh, and then we have the adorable kitty here with its super like ooh eyes. Vegeta does this too. He'll try to shove himself into like, either like a sparkling water box or like a soda box that he has no business like trying to fit into because he's got a big old booty. But he'll like shove himself like head first. Like this one was smart enough to like back and like scoot in here, so that's adorable. I love it. So that was everything submitted from Puffy here. Looks like they have a pin post. They are looking for more art friends. DMs are closed. If you want a commission, tag. Oh, they have a VGen. So if you would like a commission from them, they have a VGen as well. Try to support everybody I possibly can who has commissions open. Make sure you give them lots of love. Obviously, they have very fantastic, very nice artwork. Welcome to our art share. I will also send you, anybody who wants it, I will send them a link to our Discord. Our art community is really fun. They're super nice. Everybody's very, very supportive. I have a channel for also promoting your work, so you can promote your commissions as well, that kind of thing. So be sure to check it out, Puffy, if you're watching this. All right, up next here. Hell yeah, now we got to you, Smetanka. Awesome, awesome. You came at the greatest time. You wrote a headshot of an OC for the winner of my art raffle. Oh my god, I forgot to participate in this. I'm so sorry. I meant to put a submission, but that's okay. I'll catch it next time. Second is an OC sketch commission. I love drawing OCs so much. I'm not so normal about them all. Hey, I love drawing OCs as well. That's definitely like my big thing. I've been trying to branch into doing more like scenes and backgrounds, especially since I want to make my webtoon better when I start working on it more. So 3 and 4 are sketches of my current work in progress. I don't know why, but this drawing brings me so much joy. Hell yeah. Existence of this drawing is Vilha's fault, by the way. Nice. By the way, the drawing on 3 through 4 is almost finished, and I recently, yeah, I saw that you had some colors on it. So I was gonna check that out. I've been like really busy. I've been trying to finish my latest commission. I overshot the scope of it, and now it's like too late to go back. So I'm like doing all this like crazy like rendering and stuff. So I've been very busy. But yeah, this is really cool. I love this like OC here. This is really neat. Looks like they had. Does this OC have like kind of like fur underneath here, or are these just like markings that they have on their skin? Either way, it's really cool. I absolutely love like the moon, kind of like the crescent, like really nice composition here. You have the rim light on the front here as well, and a little bit of the lighting here on the hair. This is super awesome. You have really nice facial structure from like the side view here. Like I absolutely suck at doing like side views of the character, and this is really nice. I really like this. Great job. Let's move on to our next one here. Ooh, we got this Smegsy like Bishonen looking like character here. Super awesome. Got the little shines in the eye here as well, giving someone possible like bedroom eyes. I really like this. This is super awesome. Moving on to the next one. I suck at 3/4 faces, so I feel you. I mean, this one's almost a 3/4 face, and you did really well with that. Like I think, especially like with the head being like tilted down a little bit, that's a bit of a like a more difficult angle. Hell yeah, and this is like the sketch that is going to lead to like the next one here. This is a perfect way to encompass like Batman in the most simplest form. Just like angry eyebrows and a straight across like mouth or frown. That's amazing. And then of course we have him holding the Joker here as well, or like the Joker like kind of like leaning on like against him, and he's like doing his little like crazy dance thing. Again, like my favorite version of the Joker is still from the animated series with Mark Hamill as the voice. I think he's the absolute goat as the Joker. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if that's a hot take. I love to show raw sketches because it shows that everything looks so silly at first. Oh yeah, I get it, 100%. But hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It gives you like, so you get like the line of action as well with like this. So you have like the line of action for like how he's gonna be positioned, and the Joker is such like a like, super like, you know he's like a very cartoony person on top of everything. So like bending and moving in those kind of ways is like really good to like break it down to its like most simplest forms. This is amazing. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out the more finished version of this. I saw that you posted it, so that was everything from Smetanka. I'm so happy that you made it to the stream here. Make sure that you check them out, give them lots of support. As you can see, they're extremely talented. They're a fantastic artist. They're also really nice, really cool. I'm in my old man yaoi phase, so please be ready for more drawings like this. Hey, that's totally fine. I get it. Like, did you watch the Harley Quinn cartoon? Because it kind of makes kind of goes into that a little bit with like the Joker just like being a little more than like obsessed with Batman. And also second best Joker in my opinion is Alan Tudyk. So I probably said his last name wrong. I know it's like kind of like I love Alan though. Alan is also amazing. All right, up next we have Mana Minori, which was a fairly new person to our art stream here. So I'm super happy to have them join. We have thanks for tagging me and thanks for the art share. Hey, you're very welcome. I'm seriously losing hope of ever getting commissions and finding people to buy my art. Well, hey, we're going to fix that. I need help. After bills, I'll have a whole $10 left in my account for the month, barely scraping by. And as you can see, they have a link to their Ko-Fi for their commissions here. So if you want a commission and you want to help support somebody who's really cool that needs some help here, their art speaks for themselves. Like, it's obviously fantastic art here. So get yourself some art from them for sure. So we have, oh my God, what's his name? Why can't I remember this right now? I'm so tired. But this is from Has Been Hotel. I absolutely love this character as well. Angel, that's right. The Angel songs always get like freaking stuck in my head every now and then. Like Poison is so catchy, and then the one before that where he's like singing Addicted, like such good songs. And I love the fact that he has like the super like northern accent makes me happy too. He's awesome. Yeah, I really like him. I love Alistair. Alistair makes me so happy. I don't know, anybody that has like the World Fair voice like makes me super happy. Yeah, the art style is adorable here. And then we have like another OC here that looks like almost like the same race style as Angel here, just with like different coloring and maybe like some more like eyes as well, along with a hellhound here with like super like crazy like stylized like hair, like a giant like mohawk. That is super awesome. I love that. That is great. Really nice posing as well. Let's go to our next one here. And then we have some My Little Pony like OC things kind of going on here. They got all sorts of like accessories. Like, if I remember right, they say they do their artwork in. I don't remember if it was them or not, but somebody does like this really detailed artwork and they do it all in like MS Paint. And it looks really, really awesome. And I can't remember if it was them or not. But yeah, this is super adorable. I love all the different shapes, the shape language. I love the color choices. Really, really nice. Like, My Little Pony isn't my thing, but this is really, really cute. I do like this. It's really well done. Let's go to the next one here. Yeah, it is them. So they do all this work in MS Paint, which is absolutely crazy and like simply wild. Like, this thing is so cool. It's like dragon god Kieran kind of looking thing here, but it's also got like a snake tail, so maybe it's like a some sort of like chimera kind of thing. So much detail, really, really cool. I really like this creature. This creature would fit like almost in like Monster Hunter, which would be super cool to like face them. I kind of imagine them being like, I don't know, like lightning based, but then also have like a poison effect from the snake tail. It's also cool too because sometimes when they do the snake tails, like the snake part is actually really short, but having it like super long like this, I think is like really creative. Awesome, awesome work. I really like this. So that was everything from Mana Minori here. If you were looking for, really cute, like Has Been Hotel like fan art, if you're looking for My Little Pony, which is like super, super popular, this is your go to here for commissions. So make sure you check them out. Make sure you support them. And hey, even if you do not get a commission from them, make sure that you share and you like their work and encourage them to pull through and, keep going. Ooh, so we have another brand new person here. We have Drift here. VV, I think that's supposed to be Whimsy Magical Girl, or I don't know. That might be Whimsy. It looks like it's supposed to, they did something clever with the V's to make it like a W. So I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. I say people's names wrong all the time on here, so please ignore me as far as that goes. They wrote, I put a couple here. The first one is my most recent, and I did a background in environmental lighting for the first time. Oh, hell yeah, nice, branching out. Next two are my current work in progress. The last one is the first ever chibi I've done. Ooh, so let's check this out. Oh wow, this is your very first background. You did a really, really good job with this. Like, I love like the glow effect that is coming off the character here. I love all the stitching. And then of course you've got like the symbols for like maybe they were like a nurse before they passed away and became this creature here as well, because we see we have like pills and stuff. That's really cool. I really like it. Especially like with like the bright pink stands out like perfectly in this composition with the highly desaturated background. So you did a really, really good job with the contrast between the color choices here and your saturation. Saturation is one of the things that I feel like a lot of people miss out on when it comes to creating contrast. You keep your point of interest as the most saturated area, and then you desaturate it as you get farther away from that point of interest. That way the eyes are led, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, Chiba Man. For sure. But yeah, you're doing an absolutely fantastic job with your very first background. I can tell that they are walking down a forest path here in a spooky forest with lots of jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins. Awesome stuff. I really like it. And it's also giving me like kind of like some Iron Mouse vibes here too with like the design as well, which is super cool. Nice homage there. And then we have a work in progress here. We got the posing here where like the arms are up and crossed, which is like a really difficult pose to get done. They're like probably behind the head here. You did a really good job of making sure that both feet, of course, are on the same plane here. And with the hips and everything, it looks like you have your body structure positioned in a way that it still can, keep balance. So you're doing a really good job with that. Let's go to the next one here. We have a super close up of the face here. Looks like it can give you a lot of opportunities to do a lot of fun stuff like with the irises. Especially like when you're doing like anime style art, if you do any sort of like art where like the face is like really prominent, you can add all sorts of like details and like really wild creative things like in the eyes, which is like really important when it comes to anime. Like like to put like all sorts of like different color combinations that aren't necessarily in line with like the main overall color of the eye, and then I change like the layer blending modes and stuff until it looks like really cool, and I add gradient maps. All right, and this is the first chibi they've ever done here, which is really nice, really cool. Something I would recommend here is to have the head be like the absolute like largest part. And when it comes to the limbs on a chibi, you want to make sure that their limbs are extremely stubby. But other than that, this is absolutely adorable. I really, really like it. I love the highlights in the hair. I love like the big like mushroom in the background here as well. This is absolutely adorable. You can make emotes or stickers out of something like this. That's something to consider as something you could probably offer. Sorry, my voice is like starting to go here. All right, so that was everything by Drift here. As you can see, they are super cool. Ooh, they have a VGen, so make sure if you want to get some commissions from them. They also have a Throne if you want to go to their Throne. If you guys don't know, Throne is a website where there is a wish list of things that the creator would like to get, or something that might help them along their journey. So you can go to there and you can either donate towards the purchase of one of those things, or you can straight out purchase it for them, and it will ship that product like right to them, which is really, really cool. So that's also my fellow artists watching as well. Throne is also like something that's like a good idea. Like maybe if you're trying to like upgrade your equipment, or something along that lines, you can get it like basically crowdfunded by having a Throne. I actually need to update mine. All right. Hey, we got you this time, Thunder Kid. I'm so sorry about that little mix up last time. I know you're going to be watching this after the fact. So we have Thunder Kid here. He wrote, "Here's my trying again to show my theme that didn't appear the first two times." Again, I apologize about that. So sorry about that. I hope it's seen this time. Thunder Kid wrote, "It ain't just IP Thunder Kid crosses over into on an occasional basis, but also the world's other creators like myself." Credits goes to Casual TK and Momiji, TK and Alex, uh, TK, Adam, and Koro versus Cthulhu. Oh, that's a fight. TK versus Morgan here. So we got the very first one here. This is pretty cool. We got Thunder Kid hanging out with like other creators and their OCs, which is a really creative and really nice idea. I really like this idea. Hell yeah. Hanging out with a sassy goth here, just like you're saying. I like how they have like an arrow here, like, hey, my face is up here. Respect me. It is awesome. I like his expression he's got going on here. Looks like they're having like some sort of like maybe discussion or conversation about something. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of almost like I'm getting kind of like an investigative like vibe from this, that maybe like Thunder Kid is trying to figure out what's going on, and maybe he's like grilling this character here about details. Like, where were you the other night at 4 a.m. in the morning? And we got this one here. Looks like Thunder Kid here has a little bit of a crush on this super smugsy muscle person here, giving them a blue rose to go along with their blue motif, which is super cute, super adorable. Yeah, yeah, definitely got a crush, especially with that face and then giving like the rose. Hell yeah. This is really adorable. Yeah, exactly. The abs for like sleeping on. All right, now this fight here would be super interesting, especially against Cthulhu the Undying. You can't kill Cthulhu, you can only just like put him back to sleep. So, should be a long, arduous battle here. I'd love to see like, maybe some like more like action scenes with this. But this is a really cool composition here, because you get a sense of scale with like Cthulhu, and then you have like the cool like comic style thing where you have the sliced out panel with the eyes. Awesome stuff. I love this. I'm also a fan of like Cthulhu. I think like Cthulhu and like Eldritch gods are like really fun and like really crazy. Oh no no no! Thunder Kid Thunder Kid practices his faith where he wears the yarmulke here, so that's why he has the covered head or whatever. So he can't join us on Saturdays because of his faith as well. So he watches the streams like after the fact. So all right, and the last one here we have Thunder Kid versus this other creator here. This other creator looks like he might have like either sand powers or like telekinetic powers here. And looks like Thunder Kid not only has like a hatchet here, but also has some sort of like key blast that they're building up here. This is actually a really neat way to do this, so like on two separate pieces of paper, and kind of overlap them together. It'd be really cool like in a frame here, and you could even add like say like, just a suggestion, you could probably add like some onlookers maybe, or like, maybe different angles of like this shot would be like really cool. Or like you did in the previous art here where you had like the close-ups of like the eyes, like on their face here. That would be really neat. Yeah, it's really really neat. Oh my god, I have to sneeze. I feel it. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I freaking hate allergies. So anyway, that was everything from Thunderkid here. Make sure you give them lots of love, lots of support. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Uh, but yeah, they have some really neat ideas about crossovers that they do with their characters. They put them in with different IPs and with other creators, which is really nice. Oh yeah, no, I normally sneeze like way more than that, so good luck. All right, next up here we have Daniel King Jr. Daniel wrote, "Thanks for the tag and the archer. Hey, you're very welcome." Daniel's been doing like a ton of character sheets for they want to create an anime. All of their characters here, of course, in their signature style, where they're nice and thick, which I'm an enjoyer of as well. We got our color scheme here for the palette for the character, in case anybody would like to do fan art. We got the next one here. We have the redesign of one of his hero characters here. I saw him going through the process of this and try to give him some suggestions as well, so it's really cool. We got the hero overlooking the city here from a really big, tall building. Then we have this really cool action shot of like the first character here. Looks like they've been in quite the scuffle. They got a lot of like scuff marks and bruising, and they got some blood coming out here. Looks like this character could easily be in like the Invincible like universe, getting like having like a knockdown drag out fight where there's all sorts of like broken bones and everything. But a really nice close up like action shot here, looking fantastic. Something that might even help here is a little bit of like focal blur. So like if you took the background here and you blurred it just like slightly, that would have like the whole character like in focus here and make it look a little bit more dynamic, which would be awesome. And then we got that booty here. You could place a cup on here and that cup would go absolutely nowhere. Which is absolutely awesome. Got the shelf going on. Fantastic. I like that you have, the different shades of green here, so it doesn't like blend into the background, along with the rim light as well. Super fantastic work. So that is everything from Daniel King Jr. here. They have commissions open on their Ko-Fi. If you want some super iconic, super awesome, thick characters, Daniel is your expert. All right, next up here we have Rain Wing Gamer, aka LSD Goblin. They wrote, "Thank you for this. Here is my art." So we have their android and dragon characters. Ooh, he might not be an android in this one. He's got like scales, and he's got like a little like fin ears going on this time. It looks like he is taking a dip. They're hanging out in the jungle. And then we got the dragon up here, like possibly like teasing him because he's probably supposed to be taking a bath. From what I've seen of these characters, it seems like this character is very like playful, and they did a really good job of like conveying that in this as well. So next up here, ooh, we got like a super like cyberpunky looking like cityscape, and I absolutely love these colors. I'm not totally biased whatsoever. This is definitely like a palette that I would use for sure. But this looks great with all the different glows. You got some like atmospheric like oh my god, perspective here, because you've got like some haze on the ones that are farther back. So you did a really good job of making the ones that are up close like nice and dark, so you can see the foreground, the midground, and then in the back you have the haze, which makes it all the way in the background there. So super cool. Ooh, this one is like really neat here. This one seems like it could be like a spirit like that you've come across like in the forest, like a river spirit. Yeah, it does kind of look like it, right? uh Yeah, we got really cool, again, really good with the composition here. We have the perspective as well. We have her in the foreground. We have the bushes here with the lighting and the lighting coming from the side here. We got the cool, like, little glow on the eye with the little anime energy wisp. And then in the background here, it is blurred out to cause that distance, like, perspective there. So fantastic work. Absolutely great. And then we have the two OCs in the Avatar universe with some little baby avatars here. You got the little things that are always floating around in the movie here. Tons of foliage. Absolutely adorable scene. I really, really like this. Great stuff. I love it when people take like their OCs and add them into like established IPs like this. It's always really cool. I also really like this OC with her big giant hair here. All right, so that was everything for Marine Wing Gamer here. Make sure you check them out. Give them lots and lots of love, lots and lots of support. I know they've been feeling down about, people not like liking or commenting on their art as much. So make sure you go to their page. Make sure that you share their art, that you comment it, you say really nice, constructive, fun things for them. Just encourage them to keep going. We have another brand new person here. We have Rusky, who also has commissions open. And they have this one image here. They wrote, Day One Tree. Among the more treasured memories Agnes has from her childhood are those afternoons spent in the house of her Aunt Beatrix. There was something undescribably warm about the cabin in that old colossal oak. I love that it has like a little story that goes along with it. This is like a super adorable, like magical tree, like witch house. Absolutely fantastic. Uh, Comes from Witchtober, and then they've got some other tag for Crimson Wing here, so maybe it's one of their stories. Oh, I see, I see. So it's from like a they tagged a another person here. Okay, that's cool. Hell yeah. This is like really cool storytelling. I absolutely love all the lanterns coming off the branches. Very, very cute. I love this. And it's got like a very like storybook kind of like style of rendering here as well. Awesome, awesome. Hell yeah. So that was everything that was submitted by Roski. Make sure that you give them lots of support and everything. They're visual artists. Um, they also have, like I said, like commissions open. I'm so sorry. My throat is so like scratchy at this point. I'm so happy about all the artwork we have on here. This is like absolutely crazy that things are like growing here. All right, next up here, I believe this person is no, they're not new. Well, they're semi new. They joined recently, and I really like their artwork. They're super super cool. Carla's also super nice. She's in the Discord. She's killing it. Also does like animations and stuff. And this is absolutely gorgeous here. We have this ship going across like a super like multicolored ocean. We have some big poofy clouds here wisping around that are reflected in the ocean water. Very, very cute. Very, very colorful. I really, really like the style here. Ooh, and then we have like a whole like world map here. Oh, this is really cool. It's really cool to see like people's like world building. You can see that, the black lines denote like the borders. That one with this like kind of outline is a floating island. So some of these islands, I guess, are like up in the sky, which is really, really cool. We got bodies of water that are surrounded in blue here, or they're like rivers, that kind of thing. The capital, let's see if we can find it. We have a capital city here in Palix, and also in Fiago, and let's see, in Serpent City. It's kind of fun to go around and just explore this map here. We got Locks Bay, we got Felix City, and we got I can't really read that. I don't know. This is really cool. I like this. And then we got like volcanoes up here and over here. Really cool. Really well thought out. I like this. Oh, and this super adorable animation of this like dragon here blowing fire with this like super puffy stubby tail. Oh, it's adorable. I need to learn to make gifs. That's something I really want to learn to do. Ooh, this one's really cool here. I like this. Wow, this is crazy. Sorry, I'm just taking in all the details here. I love that the highlight has like little skulls on the hair here. You got the upside down crosses for the face makeup, and of course also coming off of the horn here, which is like a really nice touch. You can see that they are like a gothy like demon slash. They might actually be an incubus here too because of the kind of like inky like wispy like tentacle like things they got going on here with the hair. This is really cool. I really like this. Do they like werewolf boys? Because I'll be a good boy for them. Hey, maybe you can ask Carla. She's in the Discord now, so you can probably find out some more information about her OCs. So anything, that was everything from Rainbow Dog. They have a VGen open here. They do really, really cool like animation stuff. They are also really, really nice, really, really fun to interact with as well. So make sure you check them out. Give them lots of follows. And of course, hit them up for commissions. Oh, we got Afterbeat Animates here again. Made a video, so let me go ahead and turn off my music so we can watch it. Fantastic. That was the best way they could have ended that video. What's up? Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree there. Yeah, so like the Sony like Spider-Man stuff is like, oh my God. Like, like the very first Spider-Man movie was okay. I liked the Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. I feel like he was actually like a better Spider-Man. Um like Tom Holland, I like Tom Holland, he's all right. But Morbius was just absolutely like horrendous. Like that was the like most cringeworthy like movie of all time. The first Venom movie was not bad as well, but the second one was awful. So anyway, so that was after B Animates again. You got to see their animating skills. Got to see that they do their own voiceovers, which is really cool. It takes a lot of courage to get on the internet and speak. It took me a really long time to be able to speak without like having my voice be shaky because I was so like nervous and scared to do so. But thanks to all of you guys, like I feel really, really comfortable now speaking online. I might still stutter. I might still say and oh a lot. Uh, especially when like I'm tired and whatnot. But hey, you guys are here for me, so thank you so much. Anyway, next up here we have Firedog Studios. They wrote "Have Some Naughty Cats." Hey, I know all about some naughty cats. I am in a house full of naughty cats. This is definitely like Vegeta like opening the door in the middle of the night because our door doesn't lock properly to go out and cause mischief and be a little jerk. So perfect representation here. We got some cats like in like a shocked state or whatever. Maybe they see like another cat that they were not expecting, like, oh my god, there's another new cat. Is it catnip from Poppy Playtime? Oh, maybe. I don't know. They didn't give me any background information on this, so maybe drop some comments or something on it and be like, hey, is this the Poppy Playtime cat? I haven't played those. I've watched Eddie VR play some of them. I've also watched Mark play some of it, Markiplier, and good old Sean Jacksepticeye play some of it. But I haven't watched like the recent ones. I think the last one I watched, you were like on a train, like leaving out, and then something stops you. So, oh, word. All right, cool. I will definitely check that out. Make sure I'm like up and up on that, so I can be more informed here. Oh yeah, yeah. Here you go. So here's the actual character up here. It said being a jerk, being a cuddly fluff. Nice. Hell yeah. I like this. The two sides of a cat. You only have two sides. There's no in between. This is like it's like the shocked Pikachu face, but like as a cat. That's amazing. I love this. That is super awesome here. So that is everything from Firedog Studios. Make sure you give them lots of support. Um, they are obviously very cool. I really appreciate that they continue to post their artwork on here. Oh my god, my voice is like going, guys. I'm gonna do my best to get through this. So next up here we have Madman's Miscellaneous here with some more of their very like abstract and very energetic and creative art here. Again, I've always say that art is always very subjective, so this kind of art is cool because everybody's gonna see like different things here. Like to me, this kind of looks like almost like it could be like a bull skull here with like the eye socket, but then of course you have two large like eyes up here, and this looks like a mouth with like some lips here, which is really really neat, really cool. And then we got another one here with lots of different eyes as well. But it looks like this might be like to me, this is like the personification of like maybe like someone's trauma, because you have like the very small figure down here, and then you have it kind of like emanating out and maybe like, kind of like overwhelming them and like growing and growing into like fear and anxiety. That's like my head canon for that. Let's go to our next one here. And then this looks like it could be like, to me, I'm getting like a series of like slashes with maybe like some speared like bleeding, across the page here. And then this one in the center here almost looks like it almost is like kind of like that eye shape again as well. So it's really cool. It's kind of like, doing like a Rorschach text where you see different things in the ink. So I see like a lot of like slashes, like maybe there was like a battle or a fight or just like wounds in general is what I get from this image. And then this one here is also really cool because it's like a similar style with like the brush strokes and whatnot, but it's all extremely like colorful. This maybe kind of gives me like kind of like a different kind of like energetic, maybe like a bit more like of a positive kind of connotation to it. Really, really cool, really expressive. Alrighty. So that is Madman's Miscellaneous here. Make sure that you check them out, give them lots of support here. I know that they use their art as a form of therapy here. So, ooh, you see a girl falling backwards. Ah, that's a good call. Okay. Hell yeah. But yeah, so they use their artwork as a form of therapy here, to help them get through life. So it's really cool. Let me look at it again. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like this could kind of be like where like the head is, and this is like the hair kind of coming off as they're like falling down. I see what you're saying. Pensy cooking over there with like the interpretations. Speaking of Pensy, we got Pensy up next here. Pensy wrote, "Happy October. Here's my first pick of Inktober of Pensy in cosplay as Hornet, and the second pick is a birthday pick for my good friend Jin Hollow." Hell yeah, nice. So I really need to pick up like these two games so I can play like the first one at first, but you know, I don't know why, but like my Metroidvania skills have just like gone to like the toilet. Like I'm just like so bad at Metroidvania now. But I still do really want to play these because I absolutely love like the art style. The lore looks really cool. There's a lot of like customization to it. But you did a really good job of doing a. I love it when you do cosplay of your OCs in established IPs. It's really really cool. Like I really like the red like eyeliner on the lashes and everything. Not a big fan of the game, but my sis loves them. Their art is so good. Well, what's crazy about like Hollow Knight and stuff is that the art is so simple but yet so effective. Like it's just just very very good design. Oh, this is adorable. You have like your OCs and your characters here, hanging out with Jin Hollow here as well. Having their little piece of tasty, looks like strawberry birthday cake here. I'm sure that's like super delicious. This is absolutely adorable. I love it. And then we have another post here from you. And also, here is your brand new banner. For now, for the kids from left to right, we have Pandora, which is a demon lord, Miki, which is a bear girl, Kenta, which is a vampire angel, and Aiko, which is a werewolf slash android. So this is the banner that you were working on. Hell yeah. That's super awesome. I love this. Ooh, you got a bunch of different colors in the eye here on your demon lord, along with the mouth as well. I see you got some blending skills going on here. We got your bear girl here looking super adorable. And then we got Kenta here, of course, being a badass. I love this character. And I also love your werewolf character too. I love her expression. I love the stance. Great stuff here. Fantastic. Of course, that was everything from Pensy here. Pensy is a super awesome, super supportive member of my community. OG, been around since the beginning. They're very active, of course, in the Discord, and as you can see, they're very supportive in chat here. So if you want to hang out with Pensy, Pensy is a super cool person. They also have commissions open, so if you want some amazing traditional art commissions, check Pensy out as well. All right, next up here we have Sairi. Hopefully I'm saying your name right here. If I'm not, I apologize. Maybe it's Sairi. Not 100% sure. They wrote, "Thanks for the opportunity. Just made my persona for new Halloween edition PFP." And we have this super adorable uh, Halloween kitty here. I love like the splashes of color here with the blues and the reds. I love like the little pixel art in the background, and they've got a little like checkered collar here. Very, very expressive, very like super ooh kitty. Vegeta looks a lot like this, except that he has like kind of like the yellowish, like green, like kind of eyes, and then he has like a little tuft of like white here on his chest. Might have to reload. Okay, I will. And then this is without the hat. Really, really cool. I like this here. I love that you can see like the different tones in the fur. Like especially with like black cats, like their fur is like very shiny. They usually have like these bands of like a much like lighter tone on them. Let's go back here. Ooh, we got some like different ones, some different variations as well. Switching up the colors here. And let's go back. See if we got any more down here. Hell yeah. So that was everything from Sairi or Sairi. Yeah, we're going to reload the page in just a minute there. Cheat, I want to make sure I get your stuff too. Make sure you check them out. They also have their commissions open. They also do animation, which is absolutely amazing. I'll have to follow their links in their profile, see if I can find their animations so I can watch them. All right. Ooh, we have another brand new person here. We have She's a Giantess, which is super awesome. Oh, they're a webcomic. They have a webcomic series. So this must be their character here. We have some really unique stylization here. I love like the shape language they have here on like the sun. They do their hands and feet very, very stylized. She's got her nails like done really, really well here. And I love like the integrated beading here on the top of the dress. Really cute. Not gonna lie, I thought the furball she's sitting on was the thighs. Oh, I think this is supposed to be like a rock or something. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. But maybe it is a big furry thing. I don't know. This is really cool. I like this. Like a lot of people are also scared to include like when someone has like really pronounced like cheeks. So you did a really good job of like including the cheeks on the facial features here to make the character like a very warm and inviting character as well. So let's go ahead and reload the page here so we can make sure that we did not miss anybody, because Cheetah Man says that they have posted here. So I want to make sure I get them. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Hell yeah. Do you have any sound on this, Cheetah Man, or is this just a GIF? Cheetah Man wrote, "First time incorporating a 3D background." Oh, okay. So I can't make it bigger. I see. I see. Maybe I can. There we go. Ooh, you got a bunch going on here. Hell yeah. Dude, this looks super cool so far. Also, hey, like I use 3D backgrounds, so like that's awesome. I don't know what kind of like program you use, but you might be able to do some sort of like stylization like filter over top of the things in the background to kind of match like your animation style. But this looks really cool so far. You got your action scene getting super super punched in the gut here for talking to someone's girl. Thought they were cool with the dodge, but nope. Got the uppercut to the solar plexus, knocking all the wind out of him. Using Krita, and those are all screenshots I used in different angles. Gotcha. I don't know how to use Krita, so I'm sorry I don't have a lot of advice there for you. Ooh, we got another punch here where it's like breaking the screen. That's really cool. Then we got this one here. This one's got a little bit of music. Nice. His eyes go all out. Yep. And we got another one here. Nice. Oh, hell yeah. That's super cool. I gave you a subscribe. Let's make sure I give you a like here. As you can see, Cheetah Man does really cool, really super dynamic, fluid, like action scenes, really good with impact frames. Make sure you go to their YouTube and subscribe. I really like how that last one there, he goes through like the different stages like of the transformation. That is like a super cool, super creative idea of doing this. Really, really like it. All right, so let me give this one more scroll here. I think that's absolutely everybody because like my voice is starting to go here. So let me go ahead and put you guys in the lobby. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today on my art stream. This is my absolutely favorite stream every single week. For those that missed it earlier in the stream, I do a post every single week on my Twitter where I pin it to my profile. You can place your artwork, your music, your videos, your work in progress, your 3D models, anything creative, and I will highlight them on a Saturday stream. Give you like my opinions and whatnot. And then, of course, if you participate, I will add you to my tag list to make sure that you can participate every single week. We want to get your art to the world, make your dreams come true, and make the art community a super positive place. I will not be streaming tomorrow because I do take off Sundays, but I will be back on Monday with some more spoopy sketching. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Oh, if you like the kind of content I do, please give me a follow to see when I go live. If you would consider subscribing, I'm trying really hard here to get to 10 subscribers is my first goal, so that would be great. Oh, dude, I loved it. It was amazing. Like I was talking about how I loved how he goes through the different stages of the transformation. I thought that was like super super cool. But I am wrapping up just because like I'm starting to lose my voice here. So if you guys would consider subscribing, that'd be fantastic. I will catch you